When someone says the deadliest animal on Earth, you probably picture something with teeth. A shark, a lion, a crocodile the size of a canoe. You're wrong. And by the end of this video, the animal you'll be most afraid of is one you've already killed with your bare hands, probably this summer, without a second thought. Because deadliest doesn't mean the biggest, or the scariest, or the one with the most impressive way of ending you. It means one thing: how many humans it puts in the ground every single year. And when you rank animals that way, the results are so lopsided it's almost funny. So let's do a tour. Habitat by habitat, we'll find the single deadliest thing living in each one. We'll start in the ocean, move through rivers, deserts, jungles, and cities. And the deeper we go, the more the truth becomes obvious. The most dangerous animal in almost every habitat on this list isn't the one you're watching for. It's the one already landing on your arm. One rule for this whole video: we're counting human deaths per year. Not how venomous something is in a lab. Not how terrifying it looks. Actual bodies, actual statistics, best current estimates. This matters because the two are almost never the same animal. The most venomous creature alive might kill nobody, because it lives at the bottom of the sea and never meets a human. Meanwhile, something mild and boring can rack up a death toll in the tens of thousands, purely because it lives where people live. Keep that idea in your head as we go. Deadliness isn't about the weapon, it's about the overlap, where the animal lives and where we live, and how often those two circles touch. Let's start where that overlap is smallest, and work our way toward where it's total. We begin in the deep blue, and immediately we hit the biggest lie in this entire genre. The open ocean's most feared animal is the shark. Rows of teeth, black eyes, the music from that movie you already heard in your head. Here's the number. Sharks kill somewhere between 5 and 10 people a year. Worldwide. Total. In a good year for sharks and a bad year for swimmers, you might crack a dozen. You are more likely to be killed by a vending machine. By a cow. By a coconut falling out of a tree. The great white, the ocean's poster monster, is, statistically, one of the safest large predators you could possibly share a planet with. Not because it can't kill you. It absolutely can. But it almost never wants to. And it almost never meets you. So we're starting the tour with a surprise that resets the whole thing. The scariest looking animal in the sea barely registers. Hold on to that feeling. It's going to keep happening. Move inshore, into the warm shallows and the reefs, and the danger quietly goes up, even though everything gets smaller and prettier. The reef's real killer has no brain, no bones, and no interest in you at all. It's the box jellyfish. A drifting bag of tentacles trailing venom evolved to stop a fish's heart instantly, so its prey doesn't thrash free and tear the jelly apart. On a human, that same venom can cause cardiac arrest in minutes, sometimes before the swimmer even reaches shore. In the waters where it's common, it kills more people than sharks do by a wide margin. And it's got company down here. The cone snail, a beautiful shell you'd pick up off the sand, fires a venom-tipped harpoon with no antivenom. The blue-ringed octopus, small enough to sit in your palm, carries enough toxin to stop your breathing entirely, and flashes bright blue rings right before it does something you'll regret. The pattern of this whole video is already forming. The prettier and smaller it gets, the more it should worry you. Onto land, sort of. Into the rivers, lakes, and swamps of Africa, where we meet an animal that breaks people's brains when they hear the number. The hippopotamus, a rotund, yawning, grass-eating vegetarian. It does not hunt you. It does not want to eat you. And it kills an estimated 500 people a year, more than lions, leopards, and cheetahs combined. The hippo's problem is that it's enormous, aggressive, absurdly territorial about its stretch of water, and much faster than it looks. It'll charge a boat, capsize it, and bite down with jaws that open nearly 4 feet wide and can snap that boat, and the person in it, clean in half. It's not malice. It's a 2-ton animal that has decided you're too close, defended by teeth it never uses for eating. So the deadliest thing in the river isn't a predator at all. It's a grumpy herbivore with a personal space issue. And it still isn't close to the top of this list. Follow the river to where it meets the sea, the murky estuaries and mangrove channels. And now we finally get a proper monster that fully deserves its reputation. The crocodile. Depending on the region, the Nile crocodile or the saltwater crocodile, and together they kill roughly 1,000 people a year. Double the hippo's toll. The crocodile is the closest thing on this list to a living dinosaur that specifically wants to eat you. It's a patient ambush machine that has barely changed in over 100 million years because it never needed to. It floats, motionless, indistinguishable from a log, for hours. And when something comes to the water's edge to drink, a gazelle, a buffalo, a person doing laundry, it explodes upward with a bite force stronger than any other animal alive, drags the prey under, and spins. Unlike almost everything else on this list, the crocodile isn't defending territory or reacting in fear. It's hunting. You are food. This is the deadliest single predator we've met so far, and it's about to be left in the dust, out onto the open grassland, and here's where you're sure you know the answer. The savannah, the lion, the king, apex predator, top of the food chain, star of every nature documentary ever filmed. Lions kill maybe a couple hundred people a year. Real, but modest. The deadliest animal on the savannah isn't the one doing the hunting. It's the one that panics. It's a tie between two of the least predatory animals out there. The African elephant, which kills around 500 people a year, usually by trampling, when startled, crowded, or grieving. And the Cape buffalo, nicknamed the Black Death, a cow-shaped wall of muscle and horn that has killed so many hunters, it earned a reputation for circling back to finish the job. Notice the theme, hardening. On the savannah, the animal built to kill. The lion isn't the problem. The problem is the giant nervous herbivores who'll flatten you out of fear. Deadliness keeps having nothing to do with predators. Into the dense forests and jungles, and I'll give you one last real predator before the twist, because it earns it. The tiger. The largest cat on Earth, and historically the deadliest to humans by a distance. A single tigress in early 1900s, India was blamed for over 400 deaths before she was finally stopped. When a tiger decides to hunt people, it is devastatingly good at it, because everything it does, the stripes, the silence, the patience, is built for exactly that. But here's the thing about the jungle. Even the tiger isn't the deadliest thing in it anymore. The forests where tigers live are warm, wet, and still, and there's something else breeding there in the standing water. Something that has killed more people in these jungles than every tiger in history combined. And did it last week. We're almost there. One more habitat. Because the deadliest habitat of all might be the one you're sitting in. The city, the town, the human world we built to be safe. And the deadliest animal here is one you've petted. The domestic dog. Not through attacks, through rabies. Dogs transmit a virus that kills roughly 50 to 60,000 people a year. Almost all of them through a single bite in parts of the world without reliable vaccines. Man's best friend, quietly one of the deadliest animals alive. Purely because it lives closer to us than anything else on Earth. Unless you count us. Because humans kill around 400,000 of our own kind every year, which would put our species second on this entire list, behind only one other animal. One. Which brings us, finally, to the winner. Go back through every habitat we just visited. The reef, the river, the savanna, the desert, the jungle, the city. Now ask a simple question. What lives in all of them? The mosquito. It doesn't have teeth, it doesn't have venom, it weighs almost nothing, and if you kill one, you barely notice. And it kills around 1 million human beings every single year, more than sharks, crocodiles, hippos, lions, snakes, dogs, and every other animal on this list combined, and then doubled. Because the mosquito isn't a predator, it's a delivery system. It doesn't kill you itself. It injects the things that do. Malaria, which alone kills over 600,000 people a year, most of them children under 5. Dengue, spreading further every year as the world warms. Yellow fever, Zika, West Nile, chikungunya. The mosquito is the most efficient courier of death that has ever existed, and it has been running that route for over 100 million years. And here's the part that ties the whole video together. Remember the rule from the start. Deadliness isn't about the weapon. It's about the overlap. The mosquito wins everything because it has no habitat. It has every habitat. It breeds in a river, a puddle, a bottle cap, a footprint. It followed us out of Africa and into every city on Earth. There is almost nowhere humans live that the mosquito hasn't already gotten there first. The deadliest animal isn't hiding in one place. It's in all of them. It's probably in the room with you. So here's what the tour actually taught us. The shark, the lion, the crocodile, the animals we build our nightmares around are, for the most part, the ones we should fear least. And the real killers are small, dull, and everywhere. A jelly with no brain. A bad-tempered little snake. An insect you can crush with 2 fingers. Deadliness was never about the teeth. It was about the overlap. And nothing on Earth overlaps with us like the thing that drinks our blood in every habitat we've ever lived in. You'll kill a few of them this summer without thinking twice. Statistically, that makes it a fair fight. Because they've been killing us quietly in every habitat on Earth for longer than our species has existed. Sleep tight.